Hey guys and girls, Twist with YYC Designz Custom RC Creations here. As promised, today we are going to start on a new project. That project is going to be Miss Moose. Miss Moose is going to be a 5, possibly 6 axle replica of a 50-ton rotating wrecker. However, there is a difference. She is going to be sporting a 1939 Diamond T pickup, a 1939 Diamond T truck cab, and I'm going to put some sort of sleeper on it as well, and the rest will be like a normal highway wrecker. She will have 3 drive axles, 2 steer axles, and possibly a drop axle on her. And she will be every bit functional. Cab as well, as we make all of our vehicles here. So let me turn the camera around here and I'll show you what we're looking at. Okay, so what you're looking at is 2 pieces of 1 1/4 inch flat stock that is 8-inch thickness, and these will now be the new frame rails, believe it or not. Now, I did get a hell of a deal, which you will see on London Calling, which will be the very next video out of YYC Designz Custom RC Creations that's going to be coming up. I did get a hell of a deal on a Hercules 1/14 scale Mercedes Actros kit. It was a kit that wasn't supposed to be complete, and so I got it for one hell of a good deal. Problem is now that I have finally seen one, the frame rails just aren't going to work for what I want to do. So I will make these into Moose's frame rails. And what's going to happen here is I've got all the measurements off of the frame rails from the kit, which is what I really needed in the first place. So we've got the rear, we've got the front, and what I can do is when I start going, I can mark out where each set of duals will sit, the drop axle, the steer axles. The cab, of course, will be right in here with the hood, cab, sleeper, and then wrecker body. So I know you can't see it on here. These are 30 inches long. These pieces are 30 inches long, just shy of 30 inches. They're 29 3/4 by the time they got cut and cleaned up. The regular 1/14 scale truck is 20 inches long on the frame. At least the Mercedes Actros is. I don't know about the others because, frankly, I've never owned one, so I have no clue what any of the other models that are out there may possibly be, and I don't know if Tamiya is any different from Hercules. So I understand there's very little difference in them, and I have watched some videos. I know there's differences in the differentials, the way they look, but I don't know about sizing, spacing, all of that sort of thing. And honestly, I don't really care, because we will be basically just purchasing, and I have on order coming up, or ready to be ordered, is the axles, or the differentials, the triple differentials for the truck, and the front steer axles. And of course those are a solid front axle. I may even custom make those, because the one that comes with that kit it's nice, but it's boring, and I don't know. It just doesn't really turn me on, so I may custom make the axle. I don't know. We'll see when the time comes how ambitious I get. Basically, though, the way that this will now start out is the frame happens to be, I think it was 2.5 inches apart. I got to look in my notes. It's 2.5 inches apart, and it could go a little wider because of the way or it cannot go any wider because of the way the mounts on the differentials are. And there isn't a lot of variety in differentials out there. Like there's no real variety in design. The axle mounts are where they are for the springs and for the shocks and that sort of thing. Well, not the shocks, because the shocks mount to the spring hangers. But where the springs mount onto the axle is a set point that would be extremely difficult to change. So this frame that I'm going to make here now will be the same width this way as the kit. The only difference is the length, because I need the extra length for the extra axles and of course for the wrecker body. So let me get going on that, and we'll start welding her up, and we'll see how far we get today. Here we are at the old chop saw, just cutting up some cross members. These cross members are out of the same flat stock that is 1¼ inches wide, 1/8 inch thickness of course, and they are 2 1/4 inches wide to make sure that we keep the frame's total dimensions at the 2.5 inch width. On to the welding, putting the cross member together. This will be the same on both wreckers. The cross members I'm putting in are ones that are not going to be seen. They're going to be hidden by parts of the wrecker that I will make in the future that you will see. And the biggest issue here is keeping everything straight and square and making sure that nothing gets out of alignment. Nothing gets warped with too much heat from the welder. That's why they're just quick little beads, and that way we keep everything nice square as it should be, and just a nice long 30-inch rectangle, 2.5 inches wide. Again, this thing only weighs about 1.5 pounds, 1.75 pounds is what I measured it out as. So it's not going to be a heavy wrecker by any means, and the drivetrain and everything, whether we go with Tamiya, Hercules, or whoever's drivetrain, it should work out really well with the weight. So there we have it. That is part one of Miss Moose, our 1939 Diamond T replica rotator wrecker. She's a 1/14 scale metal build, and I've had a lot of comments and questions. Well, not really questions, but I hear comments from guys when I have made mention that we were going to be building this project. I get a lot of comments about, I would love to have one, but I can't afford the hydraulics, or I don't want to get into hydraulics. They're expensive and they're messy. And guess what? Y'all are right. They are not only a pain in the ass to work with because they are very expensive, but they're also quite messy to deal with and try to set up. One thing I can guarantee you though is neither Miss Moose nor London Calling will have hydraulics on them. I may not show you how I make my systems, but I will show you how they work and that sort of thing, so you will get a very good look at the booms, all of that, the outriggers, all that jazz. And I promise you, not a hydraulic in one of them, because guess what, guys and girls, I can't afford it either. I am not going to shell out $1,500 for hydraulic systems on a model. Just not going to happen. And I cannot sell that to any of you or my clients, and some of you are my clients, so I can't sell that. There's just no way. So we're not using them, and we're going to do it a little differently. Anyway, I am Twist with YYC Designz Custom RC Creations. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and share it. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. Remember to hit the notification bell so that you get notified of all our videos and everything that comes up here on YouTube. You can also visit us on Facebook and Instagram. And of course, there is always www.yycdesigns.com, and there's all kinds of neat stuff on the website. It's always changing. And if you like to subscribe there, you get our monthly newsletter blast. And if you want to enter the trailer contest, that's the way to do it, is go over to the website, go to the contact us section, and shoot us an email with your answers to the questions, and we will get them. So anyway, okay, that's it for Miss Moose for this time. I hope you enjoyed the video again. Thank you for watching. It's always a pleasure to have you guys looking at our work. And I guess the next thing coming up is going to be London Calling. It's going to be a very short video, as will Ubi. It's also coming up, or I should say she's also coming up. They're going to be short videos just because I'm just getting into the builds and that sort of thing. Self-explanatory once you watch the videos. I'm not going to talk about them too much here. So anyway, thanks again, guys. Take care.